Joe, another outstanding Test match, and your team played its full part, but how disappointing to lose 10 wickets on that fairly placid last day pitch.
I mean, it's frustrating not to be able to get something from the game today. You know, turn up this morning and really feel like we had an opportunity to win the Test match. And you know, especially for that opening partnership, I thought was outstanding. Credit to India, they got the ball to reverse and they made good use of that. It was a brilliant spell of bowling from Bumrah, and that really was the turning point in the game. So credit there. I think more from my side of things, we'd look at other areas in the Test match where we may have missed opportunities. Could have been a little bit better, could have made more of an advantage of that first innings lead. And obviously in the field as well, as difficult as some of those chances where you've got to take them against world-class players.
We'll perhaps touch on one or two of those areas. Just on this afternoon, you mentioned Jasprit Bumrah's spell there. Is it just occasionally from time to time in this game you have to shrug your shoulders and say the opposition were too good?
I think you've always got to look to find ways of getting better and manage different periods of play, absolutely. But at the same time, you've got to be realistic about things and understand that was world-class bowling. You know, he saw an opportunity within the game and you know, performed extremely well. And sometimes you just got to find a way of managing through that period. And it's something that we'll look at. You know, look at where we're going as well. There's a chance there might be some reverse swing at Old Trafford. We'll have to make sure that we manage it better if we come across a similar situation.
If we go back to the start of the game, you won the toss, put India in. You've got a very healthy first innings lead. So do you think that absolutely vindicates the call, despite what happened on the last day?
Whenever you lose the game, you can look at the toss. I think more than anything, you look at what lead we had and what we could have potentially had. I think that's the thing that we've got to be a little bit more ruthless there, in my opinion. We've got to make that a 200-run lead instead of a 100-run lead, especially the way the surface was playing. And as I say, it's about those big partnerships. We had a number of good starts and guys get in and not manage to go on. And I think that's something that we've still got to be clinical at, not get complacent. Not get comfy, is go and make those big hundreds, go and make those big partnerships which really set a game up for you, which we did just a week ago as well. Let's not forget that. We have played some very good cricket, we've done a lot of good things with the bat. And you know, it's important to remember that when we go to Old Trafford as well.
So you're pinpointing that area either side of T in the first innings when Ollie Pope fell, then Moeen Ali fell. You felt that 100-run lead could have been pushed to a more significant one. Even
earlier than that, I look at my dismissal as well that evening, and you think you go into the end of the day with one less wicket down, it could have looked very different the next morning. So you know, you can pick out individual. I don't think that's the case. I think collectively as a batting group, every single one of us, we've got to really look to, you know, you get to 20-30, you go and make it really count.
You mentioned the fielding. I think there are about 6 by my count that were put down. It's an ongoing issue for you in the slips.
Yeah, I mean, there were some very difficult chances there. You know, I think a lot of other players might not have even got to that one that Burnsy went to. In fact, they covered so much ground. It was a great effort. It is a very difficult viewing ground at times here, but it's no excuse. We've got to keep looking to get better. We've got to keep looking to take those chances. And you know, we'll certainly do that. It's not for lack of effort. It's not for lack of work in practice and how we're preparing for the game. So you just got to, you know, just keep putting yourself in those positions to go and be brave enough to take it on.
It's a punishing series as far as fast bowlers are concerned. We're coming to the 5th Test now that's hard on the heels of 4. How are your seamers in that dressing room? There are 1 or 2 injuries floating around as well. I understand Saqib Mahmood's gone in the side today. And what's Mark Wood's situation?
Yeah, Woody's coming good for us, so that's promising going into things. It has been frustrating somewhere in terms of the amount of injuries we've had to contend with. There's no getting away from that. That's not an excuse at all. It's just something that's been difficult to manage this last little period. But those guys that have had the opportunity to go and play, you know, the way that they've thrown themselves into this series, they've been excellent. And you know, it'd be one big push for the guys that go out there and play next week at Old Trafford. But their efforts and their skill levels have been very high, so I'm really proud of those guys in that respect.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time. We'll see you in
Cheers,
Manchester.
Thank you.